For me, the most interesting component of the solid phase of soil is the biological component. Soil is literally alive. Warm, moist, fertile soil contains vast numbers of organisms. How many organisms? Well, 1 teaspoon of soil probably contains more living organisms than there are human beings on the planet Earth. And a very famous soil ecologist estimated that a gram of soil probably contains in excess of 10,000 species. Soil contains organisms of all sizes, from organisms like earthworms, for instance, that we can see with the naked eye, all the way through to bacteria, fungi, actinomycetes that we need a high-powered microscope to see. How do we appreciate this world that we can't see? Well, we can't climb into a soil and look around like we can in a terrestrial ecosystem or an aquatic ecosystem. So somehow we have to take the organisms out of their home and have a look at them microscopically. I have a little system here that I've set up for you to show you how we can, in a simple way, extract some organisms from the soil to get an idea of the numbers and the diversity of organisms. This technique is referred to as a Baermann Funnel technique. It's very, very simple. Let me show you. Here we have just simply, in this case, a plastic funnel. I have a piece of flexible tubing, Tygon tubing on the bottom, and what I call a pinch clamp. Okay? And I also have a piece of screen, something that you might find in a screen door. Okay, and you see I've molded it so that it'll fit inside the funnel. So I'm going to put the funnel here. I'm going to start off by adding some water to the funnel like that. Bring it up part way, so I'll partially fill this funnel with water. Like that. Now I need a soil sample, and I have a soil sample that I brought with me. This sample comes from a grassland. It's undisturbed. It's relatively moist. I took this in midsummer, and so it's a good place to find organisms. So it's high in organic matter, moist, and undisturbed. So I'm just going to take a small sample of this moist soil from my container, and I'm going to transfer it onto this piece of cheesecloth. Now I've got more soil material than I need here, so I'm going to pull some of the bigger parts and just get rid of them here. Okay, so here we have a nice little quantity of soil. I'm going to pick up the corners of this cheesecloth, and I'm going to place it in the funnel like that. Now finally, I'm going to fill this funnel completely with water. So what I want to do is, in essence, I'm going to submerge all of the soil in water. The reason I use the cheesecloth is to try and avoid too much of the soil material from falling to settling in the bottom of the funnel, because that's where I want ultimately to find the soil microorganisms. So I'll fill this right up like this. There, that's good enough for now. And what I would normally do is I would leave this stand in this standing water for a period of probably 24 hours, maybe 36 hours. What I'm doing is taking advantage of the fact that the system is flooded, and the active movement of these organisms in the soil will free them. They will basically float in the water and settle down by gravity into the bottom here next to this pinch clamp. So 24 to 36 hours later, I'm just simply going to come along and I'm going to take off a sample of water like that. And at that point, I hope to have quite a nice array of organisms along with water and a little bit of soil material. And at this point, I'll take this sample to a microscope and we'll have a look and see what we can find.